Afternoon, good evening, good morning, wherever you are around this beautiful globe of ours. I'm Jimmy James. You're watching Catch It Live First. We've got for you this afternoon, there's been a rain delay. We've lost about an hour and 15 minutes, but no biggie. We're out on the field now. Everything looks good. England v Australia, second semi-final. England won the toss and elected to field. India were happy with that because they wanted to bat first anyway, so everybody wins there. Who's made the right choice? We'll find out shortly. Both teams are unchanged, since the last games. And you can't blame India for not making any changes. England, I'm a little bit surprised that Jacks isn't in, but England are doing all right. Hopefully we're building into the tournament. If we win this, we're in the final, and if we can peak in the final, that'd be fantastic. I think they're going to have the work cut out today, though, against an Indian team. I mean, raw hits, opening the batting as per, and if he launches into England like he did the other day, then England could have one or two issues. But if you haven't done so already, just before we start, please hit subscribe. We're as live because we've still not been allowed to live stream, so no live chat, unfortunately. But feel free to leave a comment. We will reply to you. Stick with us. We're getting there. It's going to be Topley to open the ball for England. And it'll be raw hit on strike. The countdown begins. 2, 1, let's play ball. Topley on the way in. Raw hit on strike. Ooh, beats raw hit outside the off stump. Had a little push at it, did raw hit there. Straight through to the keeper. No edge involved though. Topley in again. Outside edge from raw hit there. That's the issue though, when you've got the power play in effect. Only 2 players outside of the 30-metre boundary for 6 overs. And raw hit, got a big outside edge there. That flew to the boundary. Over the short third man. He's off the mark. He's on 4. Topley runs in again. Left-handed bowler. Pushes it across the right-handed batsman. Raw hit. They'll take a single there, just pushing it to mid-off. 5 for none from 3 deliveries. Got the snacks ready. On today. Dry roasted KP nuts. Hello to all my acquaintances who we can't keep in contact with live at the minute. There's no live chat. Anthony B, Empire Maker, Cynthia. Bowley on strike, just pushes that one to Johnny Burstow in covers, dot ball. David Anthony Joseph Jr. Denwell down in Australia. Hope you're all doing well. Andrea M. Our 150th subscriber was Andrea M. Coley took a walk down the wicket there to Topley. Topley bowled it at his pads. It went through between bat and pads and straight through to Butler. Hopefully there's no more weather around that's going to affect the game today now. This one by Topley bowled on to Kohli's pads. Just dribbles it to mid-wicket, and that'll be a leg bye. End of the over, 6 for none. Kohli's on 5, he's faced 3. Sorry, Rohit's on 5, he's faced 3. Kohli is on the dreaded donut still. He's also faced 3. 6 runs off that Topley over. Just looking around the ground there and at the weather, it's cloud about, but it all looks pretty high, and hopefully that's the end of the rain. But it's going to be Jofra Archer. He runs into Kohli. Ooh, swing and a miss from Kohli. Misses the off stump, straight through to Butler, dot balled. Archer curses his bad luck with a purse of the lips. Didn't really bounce through to Butler, that. Played a little bit low. Kohli still on strike. Archer runs in. This one's just dropped to square leg. If short square leg had been there, he'd have been interested in that. He wouldn't have got it, but he'd have been interested. Single. Kohli's off the mark. 7 for none. Just a reminder, England won the toss. Put India into bat. Just looking at the wicket there now, as the camera pans on it, it looks like an elephant's arse. There's that many cracks in it. Going to be fun batting on that in the second innings for England. Going to be Rohit on strike. Archer in. Just pushes that to covers. Johnny Burstow. Still not tanned up. It's the curse of us gingers. I've got a festival this Saturday I'm going to, so what I'm going to have to do is record the cricket, then do a as live watch along, and then upload it. It should be there Sunday morning. We can't not do a recording for the final game of the World Cup. Rohit, swing and a miss as Archer pops one just outside his off stump. Good line in length. No bat though, straight through to Butler. 7 for none still. Just one from his previous 4 overs for Archer, so a good start. But we know what Rohit can do. That was slower ball there. No bounce again from Archer. Rohit can't take advantage. No bat involved. Through to Butler. I mean, the other day, Rohit, he took Stark to the woodshed, didn't he? He took every Australian bowler to the woodshed, apart from Josh Hazlewood. Hazlewood's figures on that day were fantastic. This one's cut. Oh, backward square point was in play there. It goes away for forward. How close was Salt to getting this? He just rocked backwards as there was a little bit of bouncing that, did Kohli. Cut it, and we've not seen yet. It raced away for forward, but it must have been pretty close to Salt at backward point. But India and Rohit Kohli will take that every day of the week. Over after the last ball of the over. . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . . 11 for non-India. Topley in again. Foley was trying to push that through the offside. No bat involved again. Misses the off stump through to Butler. Yeah, that last ball of the last over, we've not seen a replay of it, but Rohit must have been close to being caught. Playing again, this one's clubbed over deep mid-wicket. It's gone all the way. All the way, just timing wrist off the middle of the bat. 17 for none. India move on to. Not a particularly bad ball, but dealt with 81 metres. Dealt with and dispatched. Foley on strike again. Full toss this time from Topley, but he didn't time it particularly well, and it wasn't off the middle. They'll run a couple there as it goes too long on. 19 for none. Run rate currently 7.6. 8 runs already off this Topley over. He's only bowled 3 balls. Could do with a couple of dot balls for sure before the end of the over. Topley, left-handed bowler into the right-handed Kohli. Swing and a miss. He goes to launch this over the leg side. However, misses with the bat and the ball crashes into the stumps. Kohli out for 9 from 9. Bowled Topley. Right-handed batsman, left-handed bowler. Little bit of in-swing there. That was a ball he would have normally, if it wasn't a T20 game, you would have just put bat next to pad and played a defensive shot. But Virat was trying to launch it over the leg side again. That's the peril of these shots that T20 makes you take on. So a dot ball, a 6, a 2 run, and then a wicket for Topley. So he's hopefully going to finish this over strongly now. Obviously, if you're an Indian fan, you'll be hoping he gets crashed for boundaries. It's going to be Pant who's come in to join Rohit. Rohit's on 9. He's faced 7 deliveries. That run rate's at 7.13. Rishabh Pant, the new batsman in. Setting the field, pretty even field, leg side to offside here. They've got a first slip in though for Pant. Left-handed batsman just pushes that one to square leg. That'll be a single. We never got to see that, a replay of that boundary for 4 that Rohit struck, that went just past Salt at backward point. And how close was he? We never did get to see. Must have been pretty close though, judging by Salt's face. 20 for 1 India. Topley into Rohit. Pitches it a little bit shorter, just cuts back. Hits Rohit in the midriff. They'll run for a quick single. Topley fields his own delivery and then has a shy at the bowler's end. No direct hit though, and that'll be the end of the 3rd over. 10 runs from it, but 1 wicket from it as well. call it, has gone. Run rate's dead on 7. Still 3 overs left of the power play. Archer's going to come on and bowl his second over. His first one went for 5. No wickets. There's a breeze about this stadium, so if there is any weather about, hopefully it'll blow past, or it will be short in duration. But looking at the sky, it looks pretty good. Pretty good. England are waiting now. Rohit surveys the field. Right-handed bowler, right-handed batsman. Archer in. That one kept a little bit short, a little bit low from a shorter delivery, and Rohit just jabs his bat down and pushes it back to Archer. That'll be a dot ball. Yeah, some indifferent bounce, shall we say, from the wicket so far. A couple of them have took off. A couple of them have stayed low though as well. This one, Rohit, he just tickles this one down to where third man should be. But well fielded by Topley. That'll just be a couple. Didn't try and hit it too hard, just use the pace of the ball. But with that damp outfield as well, it just held up enough for Topley to flick it back to a teammate. Salt, I think it was, who followed up there to throw the ball in after the stop by Topley. Good effort by the pair of them there. 23 for 1, India. Rohit moves on to 11. He'll be on strike. Archer runs in. This one, leading edge as he tries to flip it to long on. But it goes high enough over mid-off. And that'll be another couple. 25 for 1. Rohit moves on to 13. Didn't look convincing with that shot though. Was trying to play that at least through mid-wicket, if not through mid-on, and that leading edge he got. Could have been in trouble. Coulda, woulda, shoulda. Wasn't. Archer in again. Rohit flicks this off his pads. Just be a single, down to fine leg. 26 for 1. India move on to. Well, the overs might slow down just a little bit now because we've got a right and a left-handed batsman in. Just take some adjusting from on the field. Hello, Frankie James. Two balls left in this Archer over. Dot 221. 26 for 1 India. 7.09 run rate. This one's just tickled down. Third man. Kind of funny position for third man, that. It's kind of third man between third man and deep backward point. Probably trying to cover to anything cut through backward point. Danger with that is, of course, that you end up being in neither position. That's a gamble you take. 6 from the over so far. Final ball of this fourth over. Archer into Rohit. This one's clubbed. He waited for that. Clubs it over deep cover, but he didn't time it perfectly. He definitely didn't come off the middle. So he'll just get a couple again, but he got enough on it to get it over the infield. And this is the issue fielding teams have with the power play. Only 2 fielders allowed outside that 30-metre boundary. Batsmen like to take advantage of it, as we've just seen there. Gone pretty quick, these 4 overs up to now, though. Topley, he's going to bowl his 3rd over. His first 2 have gone for 14. He's taken 1 wicket. Run rate's at 7.25. Going to be Topley into left-handed pant. Oh my word! This one he flicks off his pads. It goes in the air and stops just before short fine leg. So it's not a catch, but it was a misfield by Rashid. Did well to stop it really because it was going at a fair rate and knots, and it bounced just before him. But he'll be disappointed there. I'm just wondering if they ran... No, they just ran the one there. So we've got a short fine leg and a short 3rd man in. Maybe just moved a little bit closer. Topley into raw hit. He flat bats this through the leg side. Forward square leg, there's no fielder there, and that crashes to the boundary ropes. That'll be 4 added to India's score. 34 for 1. That run rate's creeping up now, 7.85. Seeing the slow-mo there, eyes on the ball, followed it all the way onto his bat. Brashed it to the boundary. Topley runs into raw hit. Waits for this one raw hit and just pushes it through cover. That's a dot ball. Straight to Moeen Ali. Run rate's at 7.56. I think both teams will be happy with that. Probably into raw hit. Takes a step to leg side. Gives himself a bit of room there. Brushes that through deep extra cover. Beautiful shot all along the floor. 38 for 1. Raw hits just starting to open up a little bit here, getting a bit of confidence with that step to leg side. And we know what he can do to a bowler once he gets his eye in. Topley in again. Raw hit just pushes this to mid-wicket. That'll be a single. He's currently on 25. So bear in mind, he's faced 17 deliveries. I think it was another 2 deliveries, was it? And he was at 50 against Australia. So that just puts into perspective what a sedate start to the game. Raw hits made. Pant cuts this to backward point. That'll be just a single though. Salt's out there on the boundary. 40 for 1, end of the 5th over, so 1 over left of the power play, 11 runs from it. Run rates bang on 8, 40 for 1, India. We've got raw hit on 25 from 17 and Pants on 4. He's faced 4 deliveries. Plenty of Bollywood music playing around the stadium. Plenty of Bollywood dancing going on. Much better atmosphere than there was last night with South Africa and Afghanistan, I've got to say. It's going to be Curran to come into the attack. There's an awful black cloud. An awful black cloud in the sky there. Which way is that blowing? If that's coming over the ground, that could be a bit of a problem, but it's dry for now. Yeah, Curran, he's got a best of 2 for 23 from this World Cup. He runs into Pant. That's clipped to mid-wicket off the pads. That's a dot ball. 40 for 1, India. Looks like it's plenty warm enough in Ghana. It's just them rain clouds, and there's a big, nasty looking cloud. Hopefully it misses the ground. This one's clipped through mid-wicket again, but a bottom edge. Didn't really time it. And Pant has gone. Great catch there. 40 for 2 now. Kiran ran in bowled a low skidder as he does almost onto the pads, but looking to get it through mid-wicket there. And it comes off the bottom of the bat and straight into the hands of the England fielder, Johnny Burstow. Pant goes for 4 from 6 deliveries. He's chastising himself walking off there. And sadly, the ground staff are getting the covers ready. They're getting the covers ready. The play, it doesn't look like it's raining actually, but they can see that cloud that's coming. It must be coming over the ground. So it's going to be Surya Kumar to come in to bat with Rohit. Rohit's on 25 from 17. So Surya Kumar faces Kiran, clips that to deep square leg, and that'll be a single. So he's off the donut. He's on 1 from 1. I'm hoping we're not going to have any Duckworth Lewis involved, and looks like there's a bit of rain coming down now. Players are still on though. Curran into Rohit. Just drops that through to mid-wicket. Almost a bit of hesitation with the single, but no problem there. They will get the 1 added to the total, so Rohit's now on 26 from 18. India 42 for 1. And there's 2 balls left of the power play. It's going to be Surya Kumar on strike. Kiran runs in, bowls it onto his pads, driven straight back past the bowler. Kiran sticks his arm out for the catch. There's too much on that, and it's just wide of the bowler to the boundary for 4. India move on to 46 for 2. 1 ball left of the 6th over. Must have been 6 inches, 8 inches away from Kiran's outstretched hand. Run rate's at 7.89. Final ball, Kiran into Surya Kumar. Doesn't really bounce. That'll go through to Butler. Dot ball to end the 6th over. England can start spreading the field around a little bit now. The fielding restrictions have been lifted. Interesting to see who's going to bowl this 7th over. Are England going to turn to spin now? We've got Rashid, we've got Ali, but we've also got Jordan. Livingston can bowl a few spinners, can't he? Just for now, the rain's not causing a problem, but that's a nasty looking cloud getting closer. And the rain is coming down now, but they're not going off for the minute. And it is going to be Rashid into the attack. He's into Rohit. Reverse sweep. He'll just... Oh, it should have been stopped by Archer. But it's not. He caught up with the ball before it got to the boundary, and as he pushed his hand back as he overtook the ball, he kind of didn't get enough purchase on it, and just his fingertips on the top of the ball, it carried on going. As he goes over the boundary, the ball follows him, and that will be four. That rain's getting heavier as well. That's 50 up for India for the loss of 2 wickets. Run rate's 8.11. The umpires are just having a little conversation. The ground staff are poised. I would be very surprised if we stay on. Well, just for now, they're going to maybe give it another ball or two. This will suit England. Spinners on again. Rohit. That just hits his pad as it lands on the leg stump. And that'll be a dot ball. Rashid and England will be happy with that. Rashid into Rohit. Sweeps this. Couple of bounces, and that's to the boundary ropes for 4. Went fine. It went fine. England have got a short fine leg and a short third man. This one's pushed through the covers by Rohit. Johnny Burstow picks that up. That'll be a dot ball. Rashid into Rohit. Pushes this through mid-off. Long off will field that, Harry Brook, and that'll just be a single. 55 for 2 India. Last ball of this 7th over coming up. Run rate's just crept over 8 now. 8.05 runs per over. 9 from the over so far. Be nice to finish with a dot ball here for Rashid. Going to be Surya Kumar on strike. Rashid runs in. Appeal from Butler as it hits the pads. I don't know why, because that's going down leg side. Pitched outside leg. Nothing going for it at all, apart from it's a dot ball. I think Rashid looked at Butler there as though to say, really? But just what he wanted from his final delivery, a dot ball. It'll be Rohit on strike at the start of the 8th over. It's probably going to be Curran to bowl his second. England really could do with getting Rohit out of here. Because if he starts unleashing on the bowlers, he can put 30, 40, 50 on you in a matter of overs. But it's going to be a change actually in the bowling. It's going to be Jordan coming in. So this will be his first over. Looks like the rain's stopped. Maybe a few drops about. It's hard to see with the TV at the minute. Rohit on strike, he's on 35. Jordan runs in his first ball. Pitches out a little, pitch it short. It doesn't really bounce. From outside off stump, Rohit clubs that to mid wicket, but he gets off the bottom of the bat, doesn't time it, and he'll just get a single from that. India move on to 56 for 2. And Surya Kumar on strike. He's just taking guard. Surveys the field. Loosens his jaw up. Sorts his grill out. Now he's ready. Jordan runs in. This one's cool. Not clubbed actually, just more of a push. The deep mid wicket from outside off stump. That'll be another single. 57 for 2. Surya Kumar's moved on to 6. It's going to be raw hit on strike. India 57 for 2. Was just making a gesture for somebody to warm up, but we couldn't see who. Raw hit on strike. Jordan runs in. Just clips this one through mid wicket. That'll be a single. 58 for 2 now, India. Jordan's gone for 3 singles from 3 deliveries. He'll be happy with that. .73 the run rate. Surya Kumar on strike. Jordan runs in. Goes down on his knee. Sweeps this. Sweeps this fine. Over fine leg. Straight over the boundary. Literally almost flipped it into the air. A typical T20 shot. And that flew to the boundary. .64 for 2. Jordan runs in again. Surya Kumar on strike. This one's flicked through mid wicket with the wrist from outside off stump. That'll just be a single. And that maximum over the fine leg boundary, that's helped to take the run rate back over 8. It's 8.3. 65 for 2 India. 1 ball left of the 8th over. So far, Jordan's over's gone for 10. A dot ball would be nice for him and England. Raw hit on strike. Bit of width outside off stump. No bat involved. Straight through to Butler. So he did get his dot ball. 8 overs completed. 65 for 2 India. Raw hits on 37. Surya Kumar's on 13. When do England turn to spin? We've had Rashid. He just bowled the 1 over. That went for 9. Not what England would have wanted to see, really. But 'tis what 'tis, as the saying goes. The rain's coming down again now. Looks like it's getting a little bit heavier. They're going to have to go off here. It's going to be Livingston to come on to bowl. And they are going off. So just before Livingston bowled his first ball there, the umpires took the bails off and asked the ground staff to come on. It's real, like, big rain, if that makes sense. Everybody's taking shelter. So hopefully it'll just be a passing shower. It's a bit more than a shower. I'd call it a squall. Let's go with that. And it's so warm. The players are not exactly running off. I bet the rain feels quite refreshing, but it's coming down now. That's like a monsoon. If you've ever seen a monsoon or been in one, this is what it would be like, a monsoon. I've been in one in Africa and it's something to behold. Literally, it's like someone turns a hose pipe on, and as fast as it appears, it's almost like someone turns the tap off, and everything's dry within 10 minutes because of the heat. So play interrupted by rain. We've got India on 65 for 2, 8 overs completed. It's going to be Livingston when we resume to bowl his first over. We've got Rohit on 37 from 26. Surya Kumar is on 13 from 7. So because we're recording this as live, I'll hit pause, and when we come back, play will be resuming. We'll be back shortly. Oh, we're finally back. We've lost about 1 hour and what? An hour and 20 minutes, something like that, maybe a little bit more, but we've not lost any overs up to now, although I think any more rain and we'll start bringing Duckworth-Lewis into effect. But looking at the sky, it looks like it's quite blue, so it's going to be Livingston into Surya Kumar. First ball pitched up onto the pads, hits the pads. That'll be a dot ball. India 65 for 2. Run rate 7.96. Surya Kumar's on 13 from 8. Rohit's on 37 from 26. Livingston into Surya Kumar. Pushes that through cover. Johnny Burstow picks that bad boy up. That'll be a dot ball. Managed to get quite a bit done in that break, actually. Getting ready for a MotoGP stream this weekend. Hopefully a stream. But we'll see how we go. This one's played off his pads to deep mid-wicket. That'll be a single. Be Rohit on strike now. 66 for 2 India. Run rate 7.76. We've changed from Diet Pepsi. We're on lemonade now. Livingston into Rohit. Plays that one through mid-wicket in the air, but there's no fielder there. That'll be a single. 67 for 2 India. Rotating the strike nicely. 4 overs gone of Livingston's first over. Started off with 2 dot balls and then 2 singles. This one's played over to deep mid-wicket. Just be another single there. Probably caught it too well. And it got to the fielder. A little bit smartish, that did. Last ball of this 9th over. I hope they're not going to have a break at the 10th as they normally do. Rohit. Flips that. Deep mid-wicket. 4 singles off the last 4 balls of the over. India 69 for 2. 9 overs completed. Run rate 7.67. Rohit, who will be on strike at the start of the 10th, he's on 39 from 28. Surya Kumar, he's on 15. He's faced 11. And to bowl the 10th over, it's going to be Rashid. His first over went for 9. He would have been hoping for a little bit better return from that. But the power play was in effect as well. What's Rohit going to do here? Is he going to take Rashid on straight away? We'll see. We shall see. This one's pitched up. Just pushes that to long on. That'll be a single off the first ball. It'll be Surya Kumar on strike now. Somebody's going to go after Rashid. Is it going to be Surya Kumar or is it going to be Rohit? You can just tell he comes in now to bowl. Try sweeping. That's way a big appeal for LBW, but he's got his legs so far out. I hope England don't review this because he's so far outside leg, outside off stump. Sorry, that would have been ridiculous. He must have been a foot outside of off stump. Yeah, they don't review. Wisely, in my view, Surya Kumar will still be on strike. He's on 15. Rashid in, wide outside off stump. Skips down the wicket, pushes that through to deep extra cover. That'll just be a single. $71 for 2 India. Raw hit on strike. Pushes this to deep mid wicket. They think about a second, but wisely they don't. They don't go for it. Livingston in sharply. Just be a single. 72 for 2. Run rate's just coming down a little now. 7.45. 2 balls left of this 10th over. 3 from it so far. Surya Kumar on strike. That's a full toss off Rashid. Sweeps that over. Short fine leg. Races to the boundary. India move on to 76 for 2. Looked like he tried to bowl the flipper there and got it a little bit long. Direction was alright, but length. Full toss and dispatched accordingly. There again, that's another full toss, but this time swept to the fielder at deep backward square leg. That'll just be a single. 8 runs from the over. 77 for 2 India. That's 10 overs gone. Thankfully, they're not going off for a drinks break, seeing as they've only just come back on. Need to get cracking with the overs now. We don't want any more weather interruptions. No Duckworth Lewis. Let's just go straight 20 overs each. Best team wins. Hello, Frankie James. Surya Kumar's on 21 from 15. He'll be on strike. Raw hits on 41 from 30. Who's going to bowl the 11th over? It is going to be Livingston. His first over went for 4. The weather is looking set fair now. So hopefully all the rain's gone. Surya Kumar tries cutting this to point. Right at the fielder though, dot ball. .57 run rate. Livingston into Surya Kumar, bowls it onto his pads, clips it through mid-wicket. That'll be a leisurely single. We'll move on to 78. Raw hit on strike now. When's he going to unleash on Livingston? Plenty of wickets in hand. Livingston in. Raw hit, clips this one in the air through the covers, but no fielder there. Finds Jofra Archer. That'll just be a single. 79 for 2. Livingston bowls on the pads of Surya Kumar, clips it to deep mid-wicket. That'll just be a single. 80 up, 2 wickets down. 7.50 run rate. And it'll be a raw hit on strike. 2 balls left of the over. Reverse sweep, premeditated. Finds Moeen Ali at backward point. But it's along the ground, and it'll be a dot ball. That reverse sweep was premeditated, so it tells you what Rohit's intentions are now. He's going to get after the bowlers. Hit the accelerator button. He goes straight back over Livingston's head. There's a fielder, but long on. He'd have to be about 20 foot tall with long arms, because that's gone for the maximum. 86 for 2, 11 overs completed. Kind of ruined Livingston's over, that did. Didn't get it off the middle, but timed it well enough, and his brute strength just heaved it over the boundary. Danger signs for England now. We saw what Rohit Sharma did against the Aussie bowlers. Apart from Hazelwood, he took every one of them to the woodshed. They all came back destroyed. Certainly the figures were. Surya Kumar on strike, Rashid in, pushes that through the covers, finds Burstow dot ball. Surya Kumar, Rashid in, pulls them over to the leg side. That'll be a couple added to the total. My Jack Russell is barking at a seagull. Unless he can fly, you're not going to have any dealings with it, mate. 88 for 2. Surya Kumar on strike. Rashid down the wicket. Slog sweep over the leg side. Big inside edge. That'll just be a single. Forward square leg ambles in. India move on to 89 for 2. 3 balls left of the 12th over. Rashid to Rohit. Takes a stride to the leg side. Doesn't time it though, and long gone. We'll keep that down to a single. 90 up, 2 wickets down. 7.71 run rate, and that takes Rohit on to 49. But it'll be Surya Kumar on strike. He's on 26. Hop, skip, and a jump from Surya Kumar. Just gets an inside edge off the bottom of the bat. Goes to short fine leg. That'll be a single. He's lucky he got a bit of bat on that, because Butler would have had the bails off before he'd even turned around. He was that far down the wicket. Could have had a cup of tea before he took the bails off. Rohit on strike on 49. That's the final ball of the over. Tries to heave it over the leg side, but gets a bottom edge. The ball lands at his feet, so he'll remain one off his 50. India 91 for 2. And it'll be Surya Kumar on strike at the start of the 13th over. That run rate still hovering around 7.5, 7.58. Plenty of Indian fans in the crowd there. They're looking happy. They don't look like they're concerned about playing England today. And after the performance they put in against the Aussies the other day, why would your confidence must be high? Going to have a change in ball in here, I think. And it's going to be Curran. 1 over that he has bowled already, went for 6, so good economy, but he also got the wicket of Pant. So Curran runs in. Surya Kumar on strike. Goes over the top of covers. Goes over the top of deep point. Goes over the boundary. And that'll be the maximum. Just pure timing. Not a bad ball, hit it on the up. Just timed it beautifully. Flew over deep backward point, actually. Went much finer than I thought initially. Got 97 for 2 now. Just 3 short of the century. Surya Kumar on 33. Kiran runs in. Clips this one off his pads. Deep backward square leg. We'll send that into the keeper for a single. Livingston with a good throw. England will be wanting to break this partnership up now. It's just starting to get a little bit dangerous. Kiran into Rohit. Sweeps this off his pad. Gets that in the middle of the bat. No one at deep backward square leg there, and that goes all the way. Not only has it taken Rohit past his 50, taken India over 100. 104 for 2 now. Rohit's on 55. Taking him a little bit longer today. 35 deliveries. But 50 once more for the Indian opener. Kiran's getting a little bit of treatment so far. 6, a single and a 6. Kiran in again. Slower ball slightly to Rohit. He just pushes this to long off. That'll be a single. So by the symmetry of this over, the next ball should be going for 6. England will be hoping it's a dot ball that's red with a wicket. Kiran into Surya Kumar. Pulls this onto leg side. Pulls it forward of deep square. Race to the boundary. That'll be a 4. 109 for 2. And still 1 ball left of the 13th over. That run rate is now up to 8.49. Starting to get a little bit out of hand this from England's point of view. Current. Slow ball into Surya Kumar. Clips this to deep mid-wicket. That'll just be a single. End the over. End of the 13th. 110 for 2. The atmosphere in the crowd there. I thought there was a guy there with a wig on, but I think it was his actual hair. Going to be Rashid. Start of the 14th over. Surya Kumar on strike. Just clips that one through mid-wicket. Just be a leisurely single. 111. India move on to David Shepherd. He'd be hopping foot to foot now. Nelson. The superstitious umpire. Rashid into Rohit. This one's pushed to deep mid-wicket. Just a single. Looks like England are happy to concede these singles at the minute to Rohit and Surya Kumar. Surya Kumar's really up the tempo now. He's up to 40. He's on strike. Rashid in. Sweeps this one. Short fine leg. I'll pick that up. Still get a single though. 113 for 2. Yeah, Surya Kumar's moved on to 41 now from 28 deliveries. Rohit Sharma, he's on 57. Taking him 38 in this innings. He goes to launch this one over deep mid-wicket. Gives it the old heave. But he misses that ball and his stumps have gone. That will be a massive sigh of relief to England. Rohit Sharma gone for 57 from 39 deliveries. Went for the big heave over the leg side. Little bit of movement off the wicket there. Hits middle and leg. "39 deliveries, 6 fours, 2 sixes, 13 dots. Good effort there from Rohit Sharma. Definitely a danger man. But he's got India off to a fantastic start there. And Surya Kumar still in the middle. He's ready to take up the mantle, keep accelerating this Indian innings now, and it's going to be Hardik coming in. He'll be on the doorknot. The ducky's waiting. That run rate's up at 8.27. England will be trying to get that down as close to 6 as possible. Almost going to be an impossible task now, but that'd be the ideal. Not 6, sorry, 7. They'll be trying to keep it as close to 7 as possible. Oh, Hardik. They've got a slip in. Outside edge. And Moeen Ali just can't gather that in. Dropped to the side of him and a little bit short, I think. He just pushed. Yeah, just pushed at that, did Hardik. Top ball, still to get off the mark. 113 for 3. Final ball of the 14th. That one turned and didn't bounce at all, kept low. Hardik did well to get anything on that. 113 for 3. That was a bizarre delivery. Nothing wrong with the delivery, it was just a bounce off the wicket. It did turn, but it just didn't bounce at all. It was almost a P-roller by the time it got to the batsman. Just over 8, the run rate, 8.07. A lot of heat is about in Ghana. On a bit Livingston. Into Surya Kumar. Cuts that to backward point. Times it well enough and that goes for 4. Deep backward point with the spin on the ball. That'll be 117 for 3. Surya Kumar closing in on his 50. Just plays that one back to Livingston, so that's a dot ball. But Surya Kumar's on 45. He'll be looking to do it in style, no doubt. Cuts that to backward point, but Moeen Ali collects it well. Another dot ball. Kumar just pushes that one back to the bowler again. 3 dot balls now. He'll be getting a little bit frustrated. That with the spin. That went a long way with the spin. Surya Kumar did well to get bat on that. He's ended up on the floor. And Moeen Ali at backward point just chuckles to himself. Sends the ball back into Butler, and that's a dot ball. After the first delivery went for 4, Good reply here by Livingston. Oh, dear me. Edge. If they'd have kept the slip fielder there, mowing alley, that would have been a dolly. They went for the quick single. Shy at the stumps. It's gone for review by the umpires, but I think the batsman was in. Let's have a look. Ball's coming in. Batsman's down. Didn't bounce his bat. Not out. And that will be the end of the 15th over. 5 runs from it. Good effort there by Livingston. His 3 overs have gone for just 18. Surya Kumar on 46. He'll still be on strike. India 118 for 3. That run rate's dropped below 8 now, 7.87. It's going to be Jofra Archer back into the attack. 2 overs. They've gone for 13. He's not taking a wicket though. He runs in. Surya Kumar tries to cut this to backward point. Shy at the stump at the bowler's end. Be a single. Inching closer to that 50. Now we're going to have Hardik on strike. Still got that donut, the duck's waiting. Jeff runs in. This one's crashed through point. No danger of the duck chasing Hardik there. Gets off the mark with a boundary. Good shot. Good shot. 123 for 3. Kept his head over the ball there. Watched it all the way onto the bat. Lovely shot. Archer in again. This one's just pushed through covers. That'll be a single. 124 for 3. Run rate dead on 8. And it was Surya Kumar on strike. Needing 3 for his 50. Archer turns. Seen Archer's gold chain. I wonder if he's taking it off. He runs in. Surya Kumar drives it back over the bowler to deep mid-wicket, but he gets it off the bottom of the bat. He goes for the big one. And unluckily for Surya Kumar, Jordan's underneath it and takes the catch right on the boundary ropes. Thought he was going to trip over it at one point, but no. Surya Kumar's got to go. Came off the bottom of the bat and it was a little bit slower. And he just pulled it over deep mid-wicket. And Jordan takes the catch. Gets a pat on the back as he walks off from Hardik. 47 from 36 deliveries for Surya Kumar. Good effort there. That run rate drops below 8 again, 7.91. And it's going to be Jadeja joining Hardik at the crease. There'll be 4 overs left after these 2 balls from Archer. He's now got 1 for 19 from his 2 overs and 4 deliveries. Ravindra Jadeja, he's going to try and put a dent in them figures, that's for sure. No point hanging around with just over 4 overs left. India 124 for 4. Only got a best of 9 though in this competition. This one's pulled onto the leg side as he spins. That'll just be a single. Picks out Salt at deep square. Hardik on strike. Slower delivery there from Archer. Just clips that into the leg side. Topley runs in from deep square leg. Keeps it to a single. End of the 16th. India 126 for 4. We've got Jadeja on 1 from 1. Hardik on 6 from 5. Run rate 7.88. A well-fed little Indian kid there. No doubt he'll be a star of the future. Chubby little legs, chubby little cheeks. Score predictors hitting 168. England will be hoping anything in the 7s. Livingston into Hardik. Pushes that straight back to the bowler. Good stop. Good stop from Livingston. That's a dot ball. Hardik moves away just as Livingston's going to bowl. That'll be a dead ball. Not sure what the problem was there. Neither did Livingston. Didn't look impressed. Either way, comes in again. Pitches this one outside off stump. Swing and poorly timed from Hardik. And Livingston will field that one himself at mid-wicket. That'll be a single. Livingston into Jadeja. That'll be a single. Frankie James out there. She's got a Jack Russell in one hand and a chicken in the other. Not a cooked chicken, a live chicken. So Livingston there, ball one a little bit shorter. That just gripped, turned. And Hardik managed to get his bat on it and it ended up going to long off for a single. This is a very funny wicket, this. 129 for 4. Jadeja flat bats this to long off. That'll be another single. 130 for 4. One ball left of this 17th over. 7.72 the run rate. That's how it started off outside off stump and then turned and went wider and wider. Hardik just lets that go. Ooh, gets a bottom edge there, does Hardik. but goes between the stumps, Butler, and that'll be a single. End of the 17th, 6 runs from that over. Hardick's on 9, Jadesia's on 3. I think England would be happy to concede a run of ball now to the end of the innings, that's for sure. Livingston's 4 overs have gone for 24. Run a ball. He'll be happy with that. Didn't take a wicket, but that's a good economy rate. Who's going to bowl this next over? Is it going to be Archer? Is it going to be Jordan? It's going to be Jordan. His first over went for 10. It's going to be Hardick on strike. No doubt he's going to take on Jordan now. Try and accelerate the score towards the end of this innings. There's only Curran really who's took some punishment with an economy rate of 12.5. Jordan's in. This one's pushed to long off. That'll be a couple. A bit of nuts stuck in that too. KP nut. Frankie James is coming sat back on the side of me. You'll be careful what I say now. Anything that could be considered a double entendre, she'll pick up on. Jordan into Hardy. Clubs this over leg side. Long gone, runs around, gets his arm in the air. However, that went fast, it went flat, it went over the boundary. The fielder couldn't intervene. That'll be 140 for 4. Fielder was under it, but it went a good 4 or 5 feet over his head. Maximum score, Hardick moves on to 17. Jordan, he's gone for 8 so far. This one's outside the off stump. This one's been smashed over long off. The fielder's there, puts his arms up in the air, but that goes for 6. Almost an identical shot this time. Apart from it, the previous one went to long on. This one's gone to long off. Curran was underneath that. Not too far underneath it. This is what England will be afraid of now. India accelerating hard into the end of the innings. Jordan into Hardick. Clubs it again over to long off. However, this time he gets it off the bottom of the bat and it goes right into the hands of Curran. But the damage has already been done, I'm afraid. Wickets are not the issue for India, it's runs. 146 for 5. He caught it well enough, he creamed it, but didn't get the elevation. And Curran, he took it around waist height. Hardick, he goes for 23 from 13, 1426 is 4 dots, strike rate of 177, good effort there. Jadesia's still there, he's on 3 from 3 deliveries. India 146 for 5, that run rate's up over 8 again, 8.26. Two balls left of the 18th. be Doob into the crease. The partner Jadeja, Shivan Doob. Definitely a better bowler than a batter, I would say. Got a best of 34 though. This game should be coming to an end now, but with the rain delays, we're just coming to the end of the first innings. Jordan into Doob, outside edge, through to Butler. The finger goes up. You know what's coming for Doob. He's gone for none, first delivery. And I'm afraid the Ducks following him out. Jordan celebrates. India 146 for 6. Shivan Doob goes for none from one delivery. Caught Butler, bowled Jordan. He'll be on a hat-trick ball for the final delivery of this 18th. We'll let him off now. He's almost off the pitch. Going to be Axar into the middle. He's on the dreaded donut. And to make it worse, Jordan is on a hat-trick. First ball went for a couple of runs, then he got smashed for over long off and long on, respectively, 6 and 6. Fourth delivery went to Curran at long off, good catch. And then Doob's just gone, outside edge, caught Butler. What does the final ball of this 18th over bring? India will be hoping for a big boundary. England will be hoping for a Jordan hat-trick. Although they might settle for a dot ball, we'll see. They get neither. It's a single push through to the covers. India move on to 147 for 6. End of the 18th. Run rates at 8.17. And you've got 2 new batsmen in now. Just faced 4 balls between them. Axar's on 1 and he'll have strike at the start of the 19th. Jadeja's on 3 from 3. Last over went for 15 runs, but 2 vital wickets. We've had some great drone shots throughout this 2024 T20 World Cup. Who's going to bowl this 19th over? Who's going to be the lucky bowler? Looks like it's going to be Archer to bowl his final over. Axar on strike. Slower delivery. Just waits for it though and then pushes it through the covers. Burster will keep that down to a single. $148 for 6. 2 overs to go. I think anything under 160, England will be ecstatic, especially after the start that Rohit Sharma got them off to, and Surya Kumar joined in as well. Slower delivery again, waits for it, cuts it through backward point. Fielder can't stop it, races away to the boundary. 4 onto the total. 152 for 6 now. I don't think India are scoring anything like under 160. Might be a case of anything under 170 at this rate. which on this wicket isn't going to be an easy chase. Some indifferent bounce, some indifferent turn. Jadeja waits, Archer runs in. Full toss. Push through square there. They'll scamper for 2. We'll get to 154 for 6. That run rate's crept up well over 8 now, 8.32. Jadeja's moved on to 9 from 5 deliveries. Archer runs in. No good chain on today. This one's swept. Deep backward point. No fielder there. That'll be 4 added to the total. Again, a bit of a paste in here is Archer at the minute. Maybe he needs that good chain on him. He does look like Mr. T when he runs into ball. $158 for 6. Which has gone for 11 already. Still 2 balls left of this 19th over. Couple of dot balls and a couple of wickets. That'll do England. Anything on the run rate in the 7s, England would be happy with, I'm pretty sure. But they're going to have to bowl and field well. 8 balls left of the innings. 2 balls left in this over of Archer. He steams in, Jadeja waits. This one's pushed down to long on. He won't take the arm of Curran on, wisely so, good throw there. Just a dot ball, 159 for 6. Final ball of the 19th over. Jadeja moves on to 14, Aksar's on 2, and he's only faced 2 deliveries. Archer runs in, Aksar. Big stride down the wicket, tries to push it over the covers, but no contact made with the bat. No contact made with the wickets. Goes through to Butler, end of the 19th. Aksar stays on 2. It'll be Jadeja on strike at the final over of the innings. And at the minute, touch wood, it looks like there's no rain around. We could have an uninterrupted finish to the game. It's going to be Jordan to bowl the final over. His first 2 have been expensive. He's gone for 25, but he has taken 2 wickets. What's Jordan going to do here? My guess, he'll bowl as many slow deliveries as he can get away with and try and draw a false shot out of the batsman trying to launch him. First ball, bowls it quickly, push through the covers, they'll take on the arm of the fielder and they'll run 2, well run there. Livingston got in quick, got the throw off quickly, but the batsmen were too quick. They move on to 161 for 6, 8.4 the run rate, 5 balls left of the final over. Jadeja's moved on to 16. He's on strike. Jordan runs in. Right-handed bowler, left-handed batsman. This one he just pushes to long off. That'll be a single. $162 for 6. It'll be Aksar on strike. He scored just the 2 from 3 deliveries. That run rate, 8.38. It's psychological for England if they can get it under 8. Jordan turns, checks his field. Aksar's ready. Jordan's ready. He runs in. Wide outside the off stump. That's flat batted through the covers. Just be a single though, unless they're going to take the throw on. They are diving. A diving batsman just makes it back. Good running there from India. Any hesitation at all would have seen a run out, but definitely deciding to take the arm of the fielder on a direct hit would have seen the batsman well out, but just slightly away from the stumps there, and Butler had to fetch it before taking the bails off. Batsman safely in. 164 for 6. 3 balls left of the innings. Jordan into Aksar. A one-handed hoik over. Long gone. One-handed or not. That's gone for 6. 170 for 6 now. Pitched it in short, but the ball didn't bounce nearly as high as Jordan expected. That flew over the boundary, 84 metres. Indian fans are ecstatic. This pump in the middle between the 2 Indian batsmen as well. Butler looks to the ground. 2 balls left of the innings. This one's been clubbed over deep mid-wicket. Not time though. Finds a fielder, and Aksar has gone. But the damage has been done, as far as he's concerned. $170 for 7, India. Aksar Patel goes for 10 from 6 deliveries. No forwards, but 1-6. Good effort from the Indian batsman there. We've got Jadeja on strike, on 17 from 9, and it's going to be Arshdeep on strike for the final ball of the innings. So we'll be, as England fans, hoping that Arshdeep doesn't get his eye in for 1 ball. 170 the score so far. Some lovely dress there, some lovely Indian ladies in the crowd. Very colourful, very smart. Arshdeep Singh surveys the field. He's just got one thing on his mind. Boundary. Jordan runs in. Swing in a bottom edge. Jordan tries for the run out. That'll just be a single off the last ball. 171 for 7. India end their innings on. 8.55 that run rate. A little bit disappointed from England. They would have hoped they could have kept that in the 7s, even 7.99. Psychologically, that would have given them a little bit of a boost at the start of this innings, where they're going to be chasing 172 for victory. That's going to take some doing on this wicket, because, like I've said, there's some balls that are gripping and moving, others are just going on like an arm ball. Some are bouncing, Some are almost bouncing twice before it gets to the batsman. So we'll have a quick comfort break now, and when we come back, it'll be the start of England's chase. 172 runs needed to win for a place in the final against South Africa. We'll be back in a more. So we're back. Batsmen are in the middle. Butler. Salt. Chasing a target of 172 for a place in the final against South Africa of the T20 2024 final. Arshdeep into Salt. Onto his pads. Clips it to deep square. That'll just be a single. There'll be Butler on strike. Hopefully this scoreboard's gonna update itself pretty smartly. It's a bit tardy at the minute. I can assure you that England are batting. And they are on 1 for none. We're playing effect for 6 overs. No more than 2 fielders allowed outside the 30-metre boundary. Arshdeep in. Butler waits. Inside edge to mid-wicket. That'll be a dot ball. Get the scoreboard. Go, we're in with a chance now. Arshdeep runs it. Butler on strike. Bounces up to Butler's waist. Pulls it to the leg side. There'll be a couple there. He did try moving down the wicket to Arshdeep, but he spotted him there. Just took a metre or so off the length. England 3. No wickets down. Butler on to 2. Arshdeep just outside off stump. Thick inside edge to the leg side. That'll be a single. 4 for none. Butler on 3. Salt on 1. He'll be on strike now, will Salt. He'll be hoping to pepper Arshdeep all over the ground. Hey! The jokes just keep coming on Catch It Live first. Have I just invented a joke there, or has somebody made it before? They must have. Arshdeep into Salt. No, it didn't bounce. Didn't bounce. Salt looks at the wicket. He tried to drive this one back and the ball just rolled under his bat. It was a slower delivery, but I mean that bounced once, twice before it got to the keeper. Keeper had to make the stop with the long stop technique. Final ball of the first over. England 4 for none. Salt on strike. Arshdeep runs in. That doesn't bounce either. And he spins on that one, Salt. I think he might have got a little bit of no bat, just off his pad. But he will get a single. England move on to 5. This wicket is not good for scoring on. India did incredibly well to get to 171, that's for sure. You've got to be so careful if you're trying to play that aggressive shot, especially if it's straight, because if there's no bounce and it keeps low, the risk of LBW is high. The risk of being bowled is high. It's just shooting low. Not every delivery, which makes it even worse. The odd one will pop. But Bumrah's going to shuffle in. A bum shuffle, you might call it. Salt on strike. This one laid off his pads. Deep square leg. That'll just be a single. England 6 for none. Ra runs in. Waits, clips that to leg side. Might get a couple there. Yeah, he does. It was in the air as well for a little time. No fielder at square leg. So a safe shot. England move on to 8 for none. Butler moves on to 5. Target 172. And just in case you forget, we've put it down here. Bumrah into Butler. Push to mid-off, didn't time it. A shout of catch it from the crowd. I don't know why he timed it so poorly. It bounced well in front of the fielder at mid-off. That'll be a dot ball. Butler waits, Bumrah runs in. Right-handed bowler, right-handed batsman. This one's pushed to backward point. That'll be a dot ball. England stay on 8. Right into Butler. Outside edge. That goes between wicket-keeper and short third man. That'll be a well-needed 4. England move on to 12 for none. 1 ball left of the second over. Butler on strike. Clips this one off his pads to deep square leg. That'll just be a single to end the second. England will move on to 13. Butler on to 10. And it'll be Salt on strike. At the start of the third over. Ashdeep runs in. Butler on strike. Down the wicket, Butler crashes it to mid-off, just out of the grasp of the fielder. Pushing his luck there, Butler, but it paid off. England move on to 17. Butler's on to 14. It was literally a foot over Hardick there. Oh. The fielder would have been interested there. Butler's heart Would have been in his mouth just for a second as Hardick jumped. But he moves on to 14. Arsh deep. Bowls one wide down the leg side. Butler got something on it. That'll go for 4. It was either glove or that around the handle area. But it races away fine for 4. 21 for non-England move on to. It was, bottom edge, high up on the bat. Went between fine leg and bowler. Deep runs in, Butler to face on 18, slower ball. Butler looks to push it back past the bowler to mid-off, but gets an inside edge onto his pad. That'll be a dot ball. On 18, he's faced 11 deliveries, pushed his luck a couple of times, but he's still there. Eight runs scored from the first 3 deliveries of this third over. Ashdeep runs in, Butler on strike. Waits for it, Butler pushes it through the covers. Dot ball though. Butler's face, he looks a picture of concentration. He'll need to be on this wicket. He's faced 12 deliveries so far. Salt is still batting, by the way. He's only faced 4 deliveries. He's on 2. Arshdeep runs in. 5th ball of his over. Slower ball outside off stump. Butler flat bats it through the covers, but it's in the air. It goes for 4, but he's really pushing his luck here, is Butler. You get the feeling any moment now he's going to find a fielder. It literally went a metre to the right of the fielder at cover. Came slightly off the top edge. Bounced probably a couple of metres in front of the fielder, but Arshdeep into Butler. Slow ball, doesn't bounce. He spins and pulls it to the leg side. Manages to get his bat on it, and that'll be a single. 26 for none, 13 off that last over. But Arshdeep won't be discouraged from what he's seen, for sure. You know, when the fielders are throwing the ball into the wicket keepers, it's a bit of a nightmare for the wicket keepers actually, because some balls are dying and you're taking it around your ankles, the other one will take off and you're taking it around your ear hole. So it's not just the batter that's struggling with the ball coming his way. Spur of thought for the keepers as well. So Aksar's going to come into the bowling. Butler on strike, reverse sweep straight away. Top edge goes up in the air. Now, did that go off the bat? Or did that go off the pad? Butler's been given out. He didn't wait to see what Aksar was going to be bowling. First ball, premeditated. Reverse sweep. Went through the shot far too early. And the ball just looped up in the air. Not that high. Wicket keeper could have caught that. With no gloves on and one hand tied behind his back. Butler goes for 23 from 15. Just had that feeling Butler was pushing his luck there. And Didn't take too many balls after I made the comment before he's on his way back to the shed taking his pads off. It's going to be Moeen Ali coming in at number 3. England 26 for 1. Power play still in effect. 172 target. Seems a long way away at the moment, that does. Need to sit up in my chair. Right. That's a little stretch for the back. Moeen Ali's just done the same. Did a little bit of a slut drop on his bat. He's ready now. Pushes this one through to long on. He'll just take a single. It's going to be Salt on strike. Axar. Left-handed bowler. Salt flat backs this to mid-off. Long mid-off, and that'll be a single. England move on to 28 for 1. Moeen on strike. Flips this off his pads through mid-wicket. He'll go for 2 here. They'll get 2 as well, comfortably. They'll move on to 30 for 1. That into Moeen. Just pushes it to long on. That'll be another single. 2 players outside the 30-metre boundary for the power play. India have got a long on and a deep mid-wicket. Salt on strike. Pushes this through mid-off. That'll be a couple added to the total. End of the 4th. 33 for 1 England. 7 runs from it. But vitally for India. They've got the wicket of Joss Buttler. Moeen moves on to 4 from 3 deliveries. Salt's on to 5. He's faced 6. It's going to be Bumrah to come into the attack again for his second over. His first one went for 8. Flags are flying. Hopefully you like our flag graphics, by the way. It's going to be Moeen Ali on strike. Bumrah shuffles in. Lower ball. Ugh. Doesn't bounce. Beats Moeen Ali on the outside. Bounces through to the keeper. That was the off-cutter there. And Ali didn't pick that up. Be a dot ball. England need 139 runs to win from 95 deliveries. Bumrah runs in. Moeen Ali on strike. Just drops that in front of him. They'll go for a quick single. 1 added to the total. 34 for 1. Salt will face the 3rd ball. I think if England are going to prosper in this match, Salt's going to have to play a big innings. He's capable, more than capable. Bumrah into him, quicker ball there. Chops his bat down quickly, he does Salt. Not a lot of bounce there. Mid on, or just scoop that up. Dot ball. .34 for 1 England. Salt on strike. Bumrah runs in. He Yorks Salt as he tries to play that over the leg side. Leg stump goes. Trouble for England, big trouble. 34 for 2. Salt goes for 5 from 8 deliveries. Like an off-cutter again there. Tried to send it over the leg side big. Trying to aim over deep mid-wicket. No bat involved, no pad there as protection, and that is the end of Salt's innings. Probably the end of his World Cup for 2024. England need 138 more runs to win from 92 deliveries. On a good wicket, you would say that's possible. On this wicket, where the ball's not bouncing, but it's gripping, it's going to be difficult. Not impossible yet, but difficult. 2 balls left of this 5th over. Bumrah's gone for a dot, a single, a dot, the wicket of Salt. And the red-haired Johnny Burstow's coming in. Takes guard. Looks like he's had his full sunblock on. Unless he's not got a top on and someone's just sprayed 51 on his back in his name. Bumrah runs in. Burstow on the doorknob. No deliveries faced yet. That changes now. Beaten on the outside edge. Through to the keeper. My word. Well, he's now faced 1 delivery, but he's still on the doorknob. Seam up. Beats the outside edge. 2 bounces before it reaches the wicket keeper. Bumrah strokes his hands through his hair like he's doing a Head and Shoulders advert. Can't believe there was no outside edge there. Runs in for his final ball of the over. Burstow on strike. Clips this off his pad. That will be a single. Might be a leg bite. Not sure there was bat involved. Yeah, it was a leg bite. So Burstow will retain strike. He's still on the doorknob. 5 overs gone. Final over of the power play coming up. Who's going to get the honour of bowling it? Two ladies in the crowd there. Indian fans look like twins to me. Got different coloured glasses on, sunglasses. Exile's going to come on to bowl his 2nd over. His first one went for 7 runs, 1 wicket. He got Butler trying to reverse sweep off the very first ball he faced from Axar. Got through the shot far too early and the ball looped up lovely for an easy catch by the keeper. Johnny Burstow, outside off stump, looks to push this through the covers. No bat involved though. The only wood that ball hit was Johnny Burstow's off stump. What's that noise? I can hear somebody gargling. Is it a fat lady getting ready to sing? Oh, it didn't bounce again though. It didn't bounce again. Just no bounce off this pudding of a wicket. But that's no excuse because India had to bat on it. Burstow. I almost forgot. The Indian fans are in ecstasy. Axar, from the first ball of his second over, he takes a wicket. He took a wicket on the first ball of his first over. And it's going to be Harry Brook. Comes to the crease to partner Moeen Ali. England are really under the pump here. Harry Brook, he's got a best of 53, and today that won't be good enough. He needs to be pushing 80, 90 to give England anything like a chance. Just pushes that through to cover a dot ball. Axar into Brook. Keeps in on his crease, but he pushes that through mid-off. He'll get a single there. No doubt he'll be glad to get off strike. First, I will be disappointed with that effort. Jacks will be sat on the bench thinking I could have been out there. I could have been out there. Things would have been different. Axar to Alec. That's pushed back to mid-on. There's no fielder there, so Axar will field it himself. Keeps England down to a single off that delivery. 37 for 3 England, chasing 172. 2 balls left of the power play. Batsman goes big over the bowler's head. Doesn't time it well though. And that'll just be a couple. Harry Brook will have been thinking as the fielder ran around and he realised he hadn't timed it well enough. But he got away with it. He got away with it. Came off the bottom of the bat, as you would expect, because there's no bounce. But final ball of the over, just pushes it in front of him there, Brook. End of the power play, 39 for 3 England. Brook's on 3, Moeen Ali, he's on 6. Who gets the big innings for England? Because if they're going to win this game, which is now looking highly unlikely, somebody is going to have a big innings. Could it be Moeen Ali? He's capable. Could it be Harry Brook? He's capable. They're just going to have to get their head around the fact that this wicket, the ball is not bouncing. It's gripping for the spinners, and because it's gripping for the quicks, that means it's not coming off the wicket like you would expect. And it's going to be Kuldeep coming into the attack. He'll bowl the 7th over. Singles are not going to do it. They've got a slip in here of India. This one's pitched up. Moeen Ali just pushes that to long off. Be a single. And it'll be Harry Brook to take strike. Umpires are just having a word with the raw hit here. Not sure what that's about. Going to be Harry Brook. He's just taking guard. This one's pitched up. Brook pushes it through covers. That'll be a dot ball. Straight to the fielder. This one's pushed through to long off. Leisurely single. .41 for 3 England. It's going to be an uphill battle. It could be one of those painful innings to watch. It'd also be fantastic. Moeen Ali spin, beats him on the outside there, into the keeper's gloves. No bat involved. Plenty of turn there though for Kuldeep. Two balls left in this over. Ali on strike. Clips that one through. Deep mid wicket. Just be a single. 42 for 3. Final ball of Kuldeep's over. Going to be Harry Brook on strike. Plenty of gaps for singles, but that's not really going to do it for England. Harry Brook sweeps to the leg side. That's more like it. Sweeps that to forward square leg, I would say. Races to the boundary off the final ball of the over. Lovely shot. England move on to 46 for 3. End of the 7th. Brook on 8. Moeen Ali on 8. 7 runs off the last over. 126 more runs to win from 78 deliveries. If you're going to become world champions, these are the kind of games where you've got to dig in and earn it. Let's be honest. There's going to be some times where your character and your skill is tested. This is one of them moments. Axar. Oh my word. Axar runs into ball. Moeen Ali takes a stride down the wicket, looks to just clip it over the leg side, but slips. The ball goes into the keeper's gloves, and Moeen Ali's out, stumped. Decision pending. There's no need to look at this. There you go. Yeah, he slipped. That's in the air. He's nowhere near getting back to that. Moeen Ali has gone. .46 for 4. Ali goes for 8 from 10. England are in the brown stuff. Stumped by Hunt. Nothing wrong with the shot he attempted, but Axar saw him, fired it in at his pads, and because there was a bit of a slip, he couldn't get his bat back quick enough. He ended up on the floor. Keeper takes the bails off. It's Curran into bat. This might suit Curran with him only being short. I'm not joking, you know. On a wicket that bounces, it's a disadvantage for Curran not being the tallest. However, on a wicket where the ball isn't bouncing, Curran could be the man. Am I clutching at straws? Trying to look for any positive? I think you've got to. Axar into Curran. Just pushes that to long on. That'll be a single. Laziness. Harry Brook clips that through mid-wicket. They'll just get a single there. Been looking at that ball wicket previous of Moeen Ali. It hit his thigh pad, and I can't for the life of me think why he tried to set off for a run with his first step. Curran pushes that to mid-wicket. Dot ball. 48 for 4. Whips that off his pads, Curran. To the leg side, they'll go for 2. They better not. No, they don't. Because it's picked up by the fielder and thrown in well to the bowler. So just a single there. Final ball of the 8th. Brook cuts that to backward point. Finds the fielder though. That'll be a dot ball. 49 still for England. 4 wickets down. 8 overs completed. Brook's on 9. Curran's on 2. So far for England, Salt out for 5, Butler out for 23, Moeen Ali gone for 8, Johnny Burstow had the duck chasing him off the pitch, and that's how we've ended up with Harry Brook in the middle. He's on 9 from 9, and Curran, he's on 2 from 3. He's going to be cool deep into the attack. Balls to Curran, caught on his crease there, it's the pad. LBW. Now it's going to be reviewed. I'm not too sure why, because it looked pretty plumb to me. Curran got caught on his crease, and with the spin, as soon as it rattled the pad, that looked pretty plumb to me. But we'll hope. Did he get outside of off stump? No, he didn't. No bat involved. That's as plumb as a plum thing. Plumb as a plum thing. I'm not too sure. I'm not too sure why Curran's reviewed that. He's walking off already. I don't blame him. Not come through officially yet, but he knows he didn't hit it. And it's hitting below the knee roll, so that'll be about 18 inches. And he's almost on his stumps. Yeah. Midway up, middle and leg, gone. 49 for 5. Curran goes for 2 from 4. Looks like we are going to get the 2 best teams in the final, which will be South Africa and India. Difficult to call that. A difficult match to call. I mean, this one's not over yet, but I don't see where on this wicket these runs are going to come at the rate of knots that England need them to come at. Now at 25 past 8 in the evening over in the UK, this game should have been over an hour and a little bit ago. But sadly, the weather intervened. But we will be getting 20 overs allotted each side. I don't see England will bat the 20 overs, but Liam Livingstone in. He'll be on strike. Cooldeep, left-handed bowler, runs in. Pushes this to long off. That'll be a single. 50 up for England. Deep into Brook. Pushes this to long on. That'll be another single. And India will give England singles all day. Kingston pushes that to point. Harry Brook steaming down the wicket. Quick single. Livingston sends him back. He scrambles back. Shy at the stumps, but he would have been in. 51 for 5 England. 121 more runs to win from just 68 deliveries. Flipped off Livingston's pad through mid-wicket. That'll be a single. They move on to 52 for 5. Brooks on 10 from 10. Livingston's on 2. He's just faced 3 deliveries. One ball left. And this 9th over, Brooks on strike. Kuldeep runs in. Bit of width, flat bats it through the covers, but gets it off the bottom of the bat. Just be a leisurely single. As Arshdeep Singh runs in. And 9th overs completed. 53 for 5 England. The batsmen, I've got to say, they almost look defeated. With this wicket, it's no bouncing it, no pace at all. Indian fans are ecstatic. Ooh, keep your glasses on, my friend. And just when you think it can't get any worse, Jadeja comes into the attack. It'll be Harry Brook. Outside off stump, backward point, partial stop. That'll be a couple there for England. Well run. Is this the start of the comeback? Come on, England. Is this going to be the English version of the Alamo? Brook crashes that through deep cover. It's the boundary. 59 for 5. India will be starting to get a little bit nervous now. I jest, of course. But you just never know. You never know. Jadeja into Brook. Pushes that just past mid-off. Long off will run in and keep it down to a single. 60 for England, 5 wickets down. They need 112 more runs to win from 63 deliveries. This through deep extra cover, that'll just be a single. England move on to 61 for 5, 2 balls left of this 10th over. This one's flat batted. Deep extra cover again, that'll just be a single. It's keeping the fielder busy out there. 9 off the over so far. Livingston just pushes this one back to mid-on. Only off an edge though, it trickled there. Jadeja fielded his own ball. That's the end of the 10th over, dot ball. 62 for 5 England. Drinks are on. I'll just say why there is a break. If you haven't done so already, please subscribe to us. click that like button. If you watch these and don't click the like button, we need you to click the like button. That way, YouTube algorithm, it knows that we're putting decent content out. Just a little click of a button. So if I could ask you to please do it, that'd be fantastic. And also click that notifications bell, because we will be up and streaming live again soon. We'll have the live chat going. We normally get some good chat. It's a friendly live chat, so everybody's welcome. We just can't use it at the minute when we have to record as live watch-alongs. And while they're having drinks, I'm going to do the same. I'll be back in 1 second. I'm just whipping for a pee, if I'm honest. Right, we're back. Made it just in time. Not to the toilet, back to my seat. Cody into Harry Brook. Pitches it up. Pushes it to cover. Oh my word. They take a quick single on. There's a shy at the stumps. He would have been out. However, now there's an overthrow and they'll come back for two. And breathe. It was a real take on the bowler there. He would have been 4 yards out. But obviously once it goes past the wickets, the extra run's there. So they'll take it. 64 for 5. Woody into Brook. Oh my word. Beats him all ends up. There's an appeal. I don't know if there was an edge. The wicketkeeper juggled with it and eventually it hits the floor. So it was an outside edge into the keeper's gloves there, I'm pretty sure. But he dropped it. It's a dot ball at the end of all of that. So there's only been 2 balls bowled in this over, and it's been interesting to say the least. Holding into Harry Brook. Tries a reverse sweep. Gets it past short third man. That will race away for 4. Risky shot, as we saw with Butler. But England will move on to 68 for 5. Just past short third man. Brook moves on to 25 from 18. England 68 for 5. Kuldeep runs in. Oh, he goes for the reverse sweep again. Gets no bat on it. The stumps have been demolished. Harry Brook got giddy. And he's got to go back to the sheds. England 68 for 6. Brook goes for 25 from 19 deliveries. Nowhere near getting bat on that. He'd pushed his luck with the previous delivery with the reverse sweep. Why would you go for that again the second time in the same over? Every chance this is over with before England reach 3 figures. Disappointing. Hardick comes in, gives Kuldeep a little cuddle. Says, well done, my teammate. You've got 2 balls left in this over. England fan there. I can't hear what's being said, but I can lip read. He either said, keep fighting, or I've just farted. I'm going with keep fighting. I'm not very good at lip reading. Jordan comes into bat. Right-handed batsman. He's on the donut. Kuldeep runs in, pushes this to the bowler for a dot ball. Very wise there from Jordan. Have a look at this wicket because it's doing some very strange things. This one stays low, chops down on it, pushes it back to the bowler, dot ball, end of the 11th over. 68 for 6 England. Livingston will be on strike at the start of the 12th. He's on 3 from 5 deliveries. Jordan's at the non-striker's end now, still to get off the mark. He's faced 2. Just 6 runs from that last over. And it goes without saying, a wicket. Josh Butler on the bench. Looks forlorn, to be honest. Jadeja into Livingston. This one just stays so low onto the pads. He chops his bat down. He's laughing, and I'm not surprised. Pushes it through to mid-wicket for a single. Jadeja into Jordan. Pushes this to long on. That'll just be a single. No doubt he'll be glad to get off strike. I wouldn't want to be batting on this wicket. England move on to 70. That's the good news. The bad news is there's 6 wickets lost and we're in the 12th over. Jadeja, this one's pushed back to him by Livingston. He sticks his leg out, stops it with his foot. That'll be a dot ball. Jadeja into Livingston. That was going down leg, and then with a turn, comes to middle and off. Livingston manages to get some bat on it, keeps it out. He goes down the wickets. Goes Livingston. Jadeja balls into his pad. That'll be a single fielded by the wicket keeper. This one's bowled into Jordan. End of the 12th over, just pushes that back to the bowler. Where do these runs come from? 71 for 6 England. Excuse me. You know, at some point, sorry about that. At some point, England are going to have to give this a go and try and get after the Indian bowlers. But where do you do it? How do you do it? I hope they're not going to do what Bangladesh did and just not give it a try. Just go to the end of the game and see how close you get. No point in that. It's a semi-final of a World Cup. Better to go out swinging, surely. Livingston on strike from Kuldeep. Rocks back in his crease. Tries to cut that. Gets a bottom edge that just rolls to cover and will get a single. Almost every edge that comes off the bat is a bottom edge, and that just shows you, as we know, there's no bounce. This one catches Jordan in front of his stumps with a bit of turn, low bounce. He tries to clip it through leg side, misses his bat, hits his pad. It's going to be reviewed. He might just have been lucky if it's missing leg stump, but umpire's decision, umpire's call is in India's favour. He got caught on his wicket there, did Jordan. So pitch is in line, no problem. Yeah, that's hitting leg stump, middle and leg. Unless he's got any bat on that, he's a goner. Looks to me like there's no bat involved, and that's hitting leg stump at worst for India. Oh, hang on a minute. Was there a little bit of bat involved in that? There was. Oh yeah, it's not come off the bat though. There's a definite gap between bat and ball. So we're on ball tracker now. Bear in mind, we've got umpires call in India's favour. I've got my finger paused over out. Umpire's call. He'll be going. It was umpire's call that did for him. This now, let's be honest, 72 for 7. It's a rout. It's a rout. England have just not coped with this wicket at all. Jordan goes for 1 from 5. Livingston still at the crease on 6 from 10. This will be over with by 9 PM UK time, it looks like. Kudos to the Indian bowlers though. They've maximised the lack of bouncing this wicket. For sure. Bumrah, Arshdeep, they've bowled the slower balls that have bamboozled England. They've mixed the pace up well. And we've got Jofra Archer coming into bat. What are India going to do with the field here? Are they going to try and finish it quickly? Butler's now looking at the floor. It looks like if there was a big hole there, he'd want to jump into it. Sure. Well, we've got a first and second slip in here. Archer wanted a quick run there. Livingston says no, go back. Quite right. What would he want to run there for? Oh, well, no, why? He'd want to get off strike, but this one, big bottom edge, it goes, misses the stumps, and if they'd have had a short fine leg, and it would have gone straight to him from outside the off stump. But they'll take a single. India have got the field set like it's a test match. Livingston rocks back. It comes through him at about 3 inches off the floor. Bottom edge into the covers. Dot ball. End of the 13th over, that's just pushed back to the bowler. Nothing else Livingston could do there. It's going to be Archer on strike at the start of the 14th over. And joy of joy, Jadeja. He's going to bowl his third over. It's going to be Archer on strike. Do you think he survives the over? That one, he just pushes back to Jadeja. 73 for 7, England. Archer pushes that one through the covers. He'll pick up a single there. Big lad to get off strike, no doubt. And it'll be Liam Livingstone. He's on 6 from 12 deliveries currently. Today's you're into Livingstone. Livingstone early, steps to the leg side. Flat bats it to long off. That'll be a single. 75 for 7, England. Archer will be thinking, oh no, I'm back on strike. Oh my word. He's bowled that into his pads. It's missed the pads, it's missed the bat. Archer's laughing. The wicket keeper couldn't take it, and now it's missed the stumps. I don't know. Oh my word. It's gone straight over middle stump. That one bounced. So this one's just been pushed through the covers for a single. 76 for 7, England. Archer's looking bamboozled. Livingstone flat bats this to long on. Just be a single. End of the 14th over. Archer's on 3. Livingstone's on 8. I'm going to come up with a plan here for England. Don't bother trying to get this in singles because you're just going to get the one that you can't defend and you're going to be out. You may as well go out swinging and just assume that every ball is going to come through at about 6 to 8 inches off the wicket. Getting giddy here and kicking me table. Aksar's going to come in to bowl the 15th over. It'll be his 4th. He's got 3 for 14. Livingstone's on strike. He's got 8. He's faced 14 deliveries. Steps to the offside, pushes it through mid-wicket. They'll come back for 2. We'll get that. I bet Archer couldn't believe his luck there. I bet he sprinted like Usain Bolt to get back for that second so he didn't have to be on strike. Livingstone moves on to 10. Steps to leg side again. Flat bats this one through the covers. Just be a single. Apex recover will send that back to the bowler. England 80 for 7. Archer goes for a big heave over the leg side. Don't blame him. No bat involved, it's his pads, but he's well outside leg stump. That'll be a dot ball. This time he goes over the bowler. Where's that gone? Misses a fielder. Well done, Jofra Archer. Go down swinging, my friend. Go down swinging. Archer moves on to 9 from 8. May as well. May as well. And I think once that one of the previous balls bounced and turned him inside out and went over middle stump, he's probably thought, sod it. This one he tries to club through cover. Oh, now he's sent Livingstone back in. He's going to be run out. Archer, what are you doing, you plum? If you'd have gone straight away, you would have got in. He let Livingstone get halfway down the wicket, sent him back. Short, fine leg, throws it to the bowler's end. Livingstone's got to go, run out. Oh dear, 86 for 8. I was just daring to dream then when Archer sent that ball over the boundary for 6. He got an inside edge, set off running, then sends Livingstone back. And the rest is history. Archer, what on earth are you doing? If you're not going to run, it wasn't really his call because it went to short, fine leg. Livingston would have been running to the danger end. Archer actually set off and then sent him back when he was over halfway down the wicket. You're not going to get back from there. The throw went to the bowler's end as well. Oh. Carnage in this English innings. Carnage. Looks like it's going to be India and South Africa in the final. Probably deserved, actually. They're both unbeaten, aren't they, in this tournament? England have been beaten by Australia. When, let's be honest, we were pretty much demolished. Australia did us a favour by beating Scotland. When that wasn't really England's fault, though, because that was weather issues. However, there's no saying that Scotland wouldn't have beat England in the first game. So, England have just not been at the races today. But as a neutral, you would want an India-South Africa final, wouldn't you? They've been the two best teams of the tournament, let's be honest. It's going to be Rashid to face Hardik. Flat bats through the covers. They'll get a couple there. Hardik into Rashid. Gets a leading edge there. Just drops short though. He's been run out. Drops short of mid-on. Sets off running. Direct throw. And Rashid comes sliding in. But he's short. He's run out. And he's walking back. Yeah, 7 minutes. I reckoned we might be done for 9 o'clock UK time. Yeah, great fielding. Threw it out the back of his hand. Did the fielder. Rashid was sliding like a fish. Scrambling, trying to get into the crease with a belly full of dust. And a bat that was about 2 yards short. Now, if England do make it into the semi-final from this position, 88 for 9, 15 overs and 2 deliveries completed, it'll be one of the best games of cricket ever. It's Archer on strike. Clubs Hardik back over his head. That's a humongous strike. He moves on to He moves on to 97 metres, that's gone. What does Archer move on to? 15. This is a slower delivery. He clubs this to long on. Gets it off the top edge, I think, this time, so it didn't time it. Drops short of the fielder. He'll get a single there, and it's going to be Topley on the donut. Not faced a delivery yet. And he's got 2 of Hardik's deliveries to contend with. Is this the start of the greatest comeback in T20 history? Swing and a bottom edge from Topley. Goes down to fine leg. That'll be a single. And it'll be Archer with 1 ball to face of the 16th over. My guess is here, Hardik's going to york him and the stumps are going to go flying. We'll see if Nostradamus Jimmy James has got this one right. England 96 for 9. Hardick runs in. Archer on strike. Wide outside the off stump. Crashes that through long off for 4. At least England have got over the two figures. They're at 100 for 9. End of the 16th over. Target 172. Archer's on 20 from 13, having run Liam Livingstone out. Topley's on 1 from 1. 14 from that last over. Going to be Bumrah to bowl his third over. His figures are 1 for 9. And Topley on strike. What does Topley do here? From what I've seen so far from his previous ball, he's going to swing the bat. And why not? May as well get hung for a sheep as a lamb. Go on, Topley, swing the bat, moves to leg side. Has to bend down, he's a tall guy anyway, full toss. Gets bat on it, goes to long on, that'll be a single. England move on to 101 for 9. Archer will be on strike. They've got the fielders out there, long on and long off, no doubt. Bumrah runs in. Pushes that one through the covers, does Archer, look very good. That'll be a single. 102 for 9. Bumrah runs in. Topley waits. Steps to leg side. Has a swing. Bottom edge, the ball travels about 5 yards. The leg side. And they'll run through for a single. 103 for 9. Archer on strike. Bumrah runs in, 4th ball of his over. Archer walks down the wicket, tries to flick it down the leg side, gets hit on the foot, I think. He's been given out LBW. He might have a chance here. He might have been outside off stump actually. But he was hobbling around where the ball's hit him on either his foot or his ankle or something. Could just be outside of off stump actually, because he came quite a way down. So it's umpire's call in respect of ball tracker. Is there any bat involved? Oh, it hit him right on his foot, a full toss. I'm not surprised he hopped there. He was well outside off stump, but his back leg, the foot, is smack bang on middle, and it's hit him clean on his foot that's planted. It looked like he bent his foot. That would have been a painful one, I'm afraid. This looks like it's curtains for England and the end of their venture in the 24 T20 World Cup. Oh, umpire's call. It's just hitting leg stump, but just is good enough. And that will be the match. Indian fans are celebrating. They're going wild. India win by 68 runs. So we've got a final of South Africa playing India. Probably the best two teams, like I said. So it should be a good final if you're a neutral. England did the best, but couldn't cope with this wicket today. And India deserved winners, I've got to say. What I will ask is please hit subscribe. Please hit the like button if you're watching it. Even if you're watching it for 30 seconds, a minute, whatever, please give us a like and help the channel. We're trying to get live streaming back from YouTube so we can get the live chat up and going. And if you click that notifications bell, when we do get live streaming, you can keep abreast of what we've got coming up. Thanks for joining us today. I'm Jimmy James. You've been watching Catch It Live First. Thanks for joining us. We'll be back soon.